What's going on, all of you fantastic freelancers? My name is William, and it has been a hot minute since I've made a video, so first and foremost, I am so terribly sorry about that. The month of June and July have absolutely killed me, and it probably won't be until the middle of July until I will be able to make content full-time again. However, today I hope I can make it up to you all by showing off one of the new weapons from the Cataclysm, and specifically it's the one that we've been waiting for a significant amount of time, specifically since E3 2017. This beautiful weapon is called Jarra's Wrath, and yep, it was that Volt rifle from back at E3 2017, and we were told during development, leading up to the game's release during one of the AMAs, that, well, the Volt rifles were out of the game, and specifically Jarra's Wrath. However, thankfully it has made a wonderful comeback, and man does this weapon look cool. That's something I've really enjoyed about the Cataclysm weapons, and yes, we will be doing a video on all of them. However, I won't be doing an in-depth breakdown like this one because, well, the Cataclysm's PTS, there are a lot of things that are changing. For instance, one of the Chakram launchers, the Shardstorm, is remarkably underpowered in my opinion. However, given that player feedback is still going to be going on for a few weeks, they could rebalance it and it could be better, making that video invalid. So you guys kind of see my point, and that's kind of why I haven't been covering PTS updates. But anyways, moving back to Jarra's Wrath, this weapon is beautiful, and I call it the Papa Palpatine gun, primarily because it gives that nice span of electricity. Now, it is a short-ranged weapon, and I really do recommend you using it on maybe the Interceptor primarily, but of course it can be used on every Javelin. Now, this is one of the reasons why I don't make PTS videos, and it's for this reason specifically. So check it out. When you use Jarra's Wrath, it will take down the enemy's health to about half, sometimes, and then sometimes it will remove the health entirely. Now, this very well could be a bug, or it just could be a situational thing, but I have experimented with this weapon for quite a long time, for about 2 or 3 hours the other day, trying out various combinations, testing out various scenarios, so on and so forth, but let's, for the sake of argument, say that it will only take down the enemy's health to half, and that is unshielded enemies. As you can see here, when you hit an enemy with a shield, such as a Valkyrie, or basically any shielded enemy that is an overshield, not a big shield like the Scar Enforcer, it will not affect their shield, or it will not impact their shield, meaning you will have to take down that shield before you can use Jarra's Wrath to deal any damage. Now, you may be saying to yourself, okay, well, why would I equip Jarra's Wrath if it's only going to take down the enemy's health so much, and it won't even destroy the enemy's shields? Well, I can safely answer that pretty quickly. First and foremost, you will probably see that when I'm using Jarra's Wrath, there isn't an indicator over the enemy's health bar. Whenever I hit an enemy that doesn't have a shield, you'll notice that there's nothing going on above their nameplate. Well, actually what's happening is Jarra's Wrath is priming the enemy with electricity. When I was recording this footage, for the most part, it was a UI bug that prevented the, hey, this enemy is primed icon from appearing over their head, but let me assure you, every single time that I touched Jarra's Wrath on an enemy, they were primed. But that's the beauty of this weapon. It is a primer. Now, this weapon is kind of situational in my opinion. Yeah, you could use it to mow down one enemy, but I think it does its best job when you're fighting a whole mob or a whole horde of ads. What you'll do is you'll get close up to the enemy, you will shoot them with a little bit of the electric voltage. It really doesn't take much to prime up that enemy. Once they're primed, go in for a melee strike or detonate it. With my Interceptor build on the PTS, I don't have any detonators, so what I used is the melee, and bam, just like that, the enemies were dead. Bam, 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 bam. The bonus with the Interceptor, though, is you get that electricity aura, and you can just keep comboing and comboing, comboing, and taking down the enemies. Now, there is another thing to be noted. When you are using it against a shielded enemy, like I said before, it doesn't do anything to them. The shield doesn't get hurt, it doesn't get impacted at all. With the mobs, it doesn't appear over their head that there is a primer on them. So detonate that primer, and there goes the enemy's shield. I especially enjoy using this on a Scar Hunter, because once you detonate it, there goes their entire shield, they come crashing down to the ground, and you can re-prime them with maybe Frost Shards or something like that on the Storm. You can use this on the other Javelins. On the Ranger, I'm sure it would be great to use with a frag grenade, but for this build on the PTS, I only had Argos' mace, and let me tell you, this thing hit. It was able to take out brutes after a minor volt of the Jarra's Wrath and then an Argos mace. On the Colossus, I'm sure you guys guys can figure out plenty of combinations to use with Jarra. But primarily, I was enjoying priming them with Jarra and then using the seismic glove to make those beautiful electric detonations. Now, lastly, we have the Storm's combinations with it, and I have to say that they're pretty okay. The reason why I don't encourage you using it with the Storm is, well, you're supposed to be kind of that distance fighter, and you're also supposed to be in the mid-air. Now, there is one way you could do this pretty effectively, and it is using the Immortal Storm build. That's a video I will be making after the Cataclysm releases because I want to try and screw around with that build a little bit more. But anyways, with the Storm, you would just get in close, or close enough while hovering, prime them up with Jarra, and then call down some lightning or use a flame orb or whatever you would want to use to detonate. Ultimately, Jarra's Wrath is a phenomenal weapon, and while it probably has a couple bugs with it in the PTS, which, like I said before, is the reason why I don't like making these videos while they're on the PTS, because odds are there's a bug or something going on, but overall, it is one of the better weapons to come out of the Cataclysm. Now, as I mentioned previously, all the weapons that have come out of the Cataclysm are ridiculously unique. There is no one weapon that does the exact same thing as the other one, or an animation that looks the exact same as the other one. Plus, they have some real personality, and I'm looking forward to doing in-depth videos on each and every last one of them when the Cataclysm releases. Now, have no fear, I will be doing a video probably tomorrow or the day after with all of the weapons, all of them compiled, all of them together, and just show off what they can do and how they work. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I won't be going in-depth like I've done for Jarra's Wrath. But what do you all think of Jarra's Wrath? Is it anything like you expected it to be, or is it better? Let me know in the comment section below, as I really do read through all of your comments, and I will respond if there is conversational potential. Also, while you're down there, please let me know what you want to see next in the Cataclysm, or if you want me to even be covering the Cataclysm in the PTS state. I will do anything that you guys want, but I just have my preferences. Ultimately, this channel's all about you guys. As always, a very special thank you to my patrons and channel members for their generous donations and support of your Anthem. I haven't had the chance to update those title cards yet, but they will be updated for the next video. I hope all of you fantastic freelancers have a phenomenal day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next video very soon. And remember, my fantastic freelancer friends, we are strong alone, but we are stronger together.